Fam, what's up with the squad? It's Session favorite Auntie with Uncle Tendencies. Welcome back to Cess Talks Sports. Shout out to my loyal fam that keep pulling up. And if you're new around here, welcome to the fam. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you never miss a drop. And everybody, go ahead, like, comment, share, and hype this video so I know you pulled up. What we about to dive into, hey, listen, this ain't just preseason chatter. This was a statement. South Carolina rolled into Atlanta and turned a so-called exhibition into a demonstration. On an NBA floor under bright lights against a ranked opponent, our Gamecocks didn't just win. They reminded the nation exactly who sets the standard. This is a statement in Atlanta. Gamecocks tamed the Tar Heels in a preseason showdown. Let's set the tone. Listen, banners is hung, rings shine in the trophy case. Listen, but the hunger from last year, that's knowing. Coach Staley and the squad came in the 25-26 season with something to prove. Not because we have to, because we want to. And the number 2 ranked South Carolina Gamecocks met the number 11 North Carolina Tar Heels at State Farm Arena in Atlanta. It wasn't just basketball, mission statement. Final scoreboard said 91-82, but don't let that 9-point spread fool you. That's a box score illusion. That margin was pure cosmetic surgery done in the final minutes after we'd already shut the door, locked it, and slid the key under the mat. The real story, it was written when the sophomore sensation Joyce Edwards dropped a bucket to push our lead to 20 points, 87-67 with 4:27 left. That's when the crowd knew. That's when the team knew. That was checkmate. From there, it was about survival. It was about preparation. The last few minutes weren't a fight. They were a classroom. Coach Staley was running rotations, testing late game sets, getting the bench experience that'll pay off in March. North Carolina added a few points late, sure, but that was against the squad already looking ahead to the next war. See, this game was no accident. It was designed. A Coach Big Drip masterclass in preparation. After our 112-32 dismantling of Anderson University, a scrimmage that served this purpose but didn't even make us sweat. We needed resistance. We needed an opponent that could punch back more. So what did Dawn Staley do? She called up a ranked ACC powerhouse, the Tar Heels, and said, let's touch our metal in NBA arena. That ain't really how it went, but you get my point. That's the Staley standard, though. For the third straight year, we opened with a Division I opponent, but this time a ranked one. That's not arrogance. That's accountability. You don't sharpen a sword against a pillow. You sharpen it against steel. This was about simulating tournament pressure before the season even tips. And when the buzzer finally hit, the message was clear. South Carolina process works. The machine hums. The revenge tour, fully operational. Now let's talk about how we handle business from the jump. The Tar Heels came out swinging, playing loose, fearless, like a team with nothing to lose. They jumped to a quick 7-2 lead. And for a split second, you could feel that crowd energy tilt their way. But championship teams don't panic. We breathe, regroup, and respond. And that's exactly what we did. Behind Raven Johnson's calm command at the point and Tanaya Latson's firepower, we flipped the script fast. Latson, last season's leading scorer in the nation, hit a triple that felt like an exclamation point, capping off a 12-3 run. That early 7-2 hole, gone. The score flipped to 14-10, and we never looked back. The closing stretch of that first quarter was vintage Gamecocks. With the score tied 16-16, we could have traded baskets. Instead, we took control. We closed the period on a 10-3 burst, storming into the break of 26-19. That's not luck. That's leadership. That's a squad that knows exactly when to step on the gas. And make no mistake, Raven Johnson was the engine. Her voice, her tempo, her poise set the table for everything that followed. Dawn Staley's teams always find that stretch where they break your will. For UNC, it started in the second. We built the lead to 9 early, threatening to blow it open. The Tar Heels credit where it's due. Fought back with an 8-0 run to cut it to 1. But that was the last gasp. We locked in. For the final 3.5 minutes before halftime, we ain't let them breathe. Now, one made field goal for UNC in that stretch. Our defensive rotation snapped. Our rebound is suffocated. And when the halftime buzzer hit, we were up 49-38. You can see it in their body language. They were already tired, and we was just getting started. Then came the third. And that's where we ended the debate. The Tar Heels hit 4 of their 7 threes in that quarter. Solid shooting, but we weren't phased. We kept pounding the paint, attacking their soft spot like a surgeon finding the artery. The absence of their center, Blanca Thompson, was glaring. Without the rim protection, our front court ate. Possession by possession, we dissected them. Post entries, back cuts, high lows. It was basketball anatomy. By the end of the third, we led 75-60, and the Tar Heels were done. That's what Staley ball looks like. Relentless, efficient, inevitable. Let's put the numbers behind the narrative. We shot 60%, yes, 60% on 2-point field goals, 30 makes on 50 attempts. That's not random. That's the plan working exactly as drawn. We scored 34 points in the paint because we knew they couldn't stop us there. Dawn Staley saw the mismatch and built the blueprint around it. Without Blanca Thomas, UNC's defense had a hole in the middle the size of a freight elevator. We didn't settle for jumpers. We forced them to defend the rim over and over. And when you keep feeding that pressure, cracks form. Their defense collapsed. Our spacing opened up, and suddenly every drive drop step felt like a foregone conclusion. And it wasn't just offense. On defense, we had 6 blocks as a team. Everybody contributing. You could feel the intimidation. Every UNC drive came with hesitation. Every shot slightly adjusted. Every rhythm disrupted. That's how you bend an opponent without breaking yourself. By the time the fourth quarter started, the game was already in our grip. This wasn't survival mode. This was management mode. We were up 15, then 20, and Don used those minutes like a chess master. Subbing lineups, calling sets, giving young players real game reps with the clock and pressure live. Joyce Edwards, let's talk about her. Scored that bucket that put us up 87-67. The dagger that sealed the night. Sophomore season, and she's already looking like an All-American in motion. That bucket wasn't just 2 points. It was a signal. The team's balance of veterans and new stars is dangerous. UNC did make that late push, an 11-2 run. They cut it to the margin once we already eased off. But let's be clear. That was window dressing. Their coach, Courtney Vanguard, even said postgame, we ran out of gas at times. Translation, our tempo warmed down. We took their legs. We took their rhythm. And when they found a few late buckets, we were already packing up the lesson plan. That's what maturity looks like. Winning convincingly, then using the last 5 minutes to get smarter. Now let's break down what domination looks like numerically without even breaking stride. Final score, 91-82, South Carolina. Quarter by quarter, we won every frame until the end. 26-19, 23-19, 26-22. The only period that edged us was the fourth by 6 after the deed was done. Our biggest lead, 20. Points in the paint, 34. 2-point percentage, 60%. Team block, 6. Bench points, 24. And for context, UNC's biggest lead was 5. Even when they forced a few turnovers and held a 2013 advantage in points off those, it didn't matter. We were so efficient in the half court, so steady defensively that those extra possessions barely dented our momentum. That's the mark of an elite team, making mistakes, but making them irrelevant. UNC has solid individual numbers. Nyla Harris with a double-double, 14 points, 10 rebounds. India Navarre added 14. Nyla Brooks chipped in 12. Sierra Toomey, 11. But those stats isolated don't threaten a team like ours, because while they were relying on individual flashes, we were functioning as a machine, one heartbeat, one agenda, one goal. And yes, they were missing key players. Renaya Kelly, their preseason All-ACC pick, and center Blanca Thomas. But let's be real, even at full strength, they weren't touching us. That gulf in execution, the gulf in execution, conditioning, and poise, too wide. The gulf in execution, conditioning, and poise was too wide. So what does this mean? It's not just an exhibition, it's a confirmation. We ready. This was the test coach study wanted, and we aced it. This wasn't just a preseason win, it was a mirror. And look at who we are and what we're becoming. Next up, the road gets wild. 25-26 schedule, straight murderers row. 7 NCAA tournament teams on a non-conference slate. We're headed to Los Angeles to face a talented Southern Cal team. We've got Duke on a neutral court in the Players Era Championship, a road test at Louisville for the ACC SEC Challenge, and in Vegas, depending on how the bracket shakes, we might see UCLA or Texas. Both national title, they say, caliber type team. And then we hit SEC play. You already know how that goes. LSU on the road on a rare Saturday showcase, Tennessee at home for a heavyweight battle, and that Texas rematch everyone's already circled. We ain't running from that smoke. We inviting it. Plus, we got Ole Miss on the schedule because that's the only way you build champions. And then we hit the SEC play. You already know how that goes. Ole Miss. Then we got LSU on the road on a rare Saturday showcase, Tennessee at home for a heavyweight battle, and that Texas rematch everybody's already circled. We're not running from smoke. We inviting it because that's the only way you build champions. 4 straight SEC regular season titles, 2 national championships in the last 3 years. The target on our back has never been bigger. But so what? We built for it. This win in Atlanta is proof that the machine is calibrated, the system intact, the hunger still alive. The revenge tour isn't hypothetical anymore. It's in motion. You can feel it, can't you? That shit, that energy, that awareness. Every team in the country just saw what we did to North Carolina, and they know South Carolina isn't just back. We never left. Rock around and find out. The depth, the cohesion, the defensive IQ, it's all there. We've got veterans who know how to close and underclassmen who are already performing like pros. Joyce Edwards, Tanaya Latson, Raven Johnson, Tessa Johnson, Medina Okot, Miriam Dowda. The combinations are endless and the chemistry is cooking. Every piece fits. Every rotation flows. When you can beat a ranked team by 9 on paper and 20 in reality in October, you're not preparing for March. You're previewing it. All right, fam, make sure you drop a comment with your thoughts on this game. South Carolina versus North Carolina in Atlanta. And tell me what part of that performance impressed you most. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, share this video, hype this video with somebody who loves the Gamecocks. Catch y'all next time on Cess Talks Sports, where we always bring you the latest on the rising stars and legends in the making. Cocks up, we hard. Let's go, Gamecocks. Keep hooping. Stay tuned. Talk soon, y'all. I'm out.